in love with someone real. She's a carrot, not a ferret, yeah. Nice song. Thanks. I wrote it about a carrot. Thus the title. Well, I like your spit because I like your spit because I like your spit because it's gravity defying, gravity defying, gravity defying. Oh, if we had a spit contest to see who spits the farthest, oh, my spit would win because it's gravity defying, gravity defying, gravity defying. Who are you?
I don't know who you are, but I hear you spit far. Let's have a contest to see if you defy me, see if you defy me, see if you defy me. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I like your spit because I like your spit because I like your spit because it's gravity defying, gravity defying, gravity defying.
Oh yeah.
That was the team. I got laser eyes, and I know what you're thinking. This comes as no surprise. The Christmas lights are blinking, and I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I got laser eyes.
Hey!
I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I got laser eyes.
Hey!
I got laser eyes.
Hey!
And I know what you're thinking.
Hey!
The Christmas lights are true.
Hey!
The Christmas lights are blinking, and I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I got laser eyes.
Hey!
I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I'm so curious, and I got laser eyes.
Hey!
I got laser eyes.
Hey!
Suffragette! Maybe you should sing one now. Alright, should we skip on to the other side?
What about Panda?
The panda!
We could do Star Wars.
So there's no way I could ever do it.
Kicking the feet again.
I could take you up to Carnegie, where I could sing from here with all the harmonies, or I could write one, listen to me. Well, I could take a Star Wars movie, writing songs about Ewoks and Luke and things. Oh, I'd be Ben Kenobi's little wild thing. Any time that I'm feeling like Han, and I could take on an Imperial starship. Leia and me, well, we're down with C3, and he's waxing our tooth for our long trip to Squadron 29. Lando is fine.
Lando is mine.
Chewie's mine.
Chewie's mine.
And the Force is mine. attacks. There's no need to cry, Mother Nature tries. Even cows have Photoshop. Even baby dinosaurs have Photoshop. Don't exercise and they eat too much fat. And even leprechauns have Cork Express. And even Nostradamus had internet. Just Mother's way, it happens every day. And even Bob Marley cover bands have AOL. Even computer screens and birds have new car smell. Even wise know the meaning of life. It's just exercise, maybe they survive their heart attacks. That was the updated version. Heart attacks 1.01. Oh, that's yeah, I just said maybe. Back and do this. If your memories are gone, I'll bring them back with a song. Take it one day at a time. Let me refresh your mind. Try to remember, I swear, that you stole the bread. And each day at recess, while we spent in my lemonade. I vaguely remember daring you to walk on thin ice. Yeah, and that time when we were expelled for having head lice. Do you remember the time when you learned how to drive? Yeah, that was great. I wrecked your dad's car, but we still survived. It's great now that you know how your history goes, boy. Now that my mind is intact, I know we really go back, man. So always remember your real friends, 'cause they screwed up your life. So keep this in mind when you get older and they steal your wife. Why don't you look for it? Alright, don't you talk. Alright. No, you know what? We're gonna do it for you. That sounds good. Find out. Hand flute. No. That's a different sound.
Liam, could you like the squeaky noise that your sinuses have been making during your surgery?
Paid off my rig back in '83. Just 18 wheels and the road and me. Drove that bitch off a cliff back in '84. Now I don't do much trucking anymore. Pick my sweetheart up from beef jerky school, and she might be white trash. She's got 3 middle fingers and a pickup truck and one hell of a southern ass. Southern ass. Southern ass. Well, she might wear fakies, but my real love is a countrified southern ass. Some gals might have rabies, but this trucker still likes the ladies. Just drinking peach cider in my pickup truck and looking at some dirty fanzines. I get hornier than Jar Jar Binks when I see my baby's southern ass.
I get drunker than a Japanese businessman right after the market crash.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what
Doesn't
how long
say pan
Leave that to him.
or calliope
I'm looking for.
or verve plane. Doesn't have enough attack.
Too much.
I need attack. Oh. Like we're camping. That was in ELO.
Actually, Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, is it?
Hmm.
Jimmy wasn't shaped like that thing.
Jimmy shaped that rock. Just not it, huh? Somewhere in here.
Want to use mine?
That's what I was thinking.
We can patch in real fast.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna pull him
I don't think you even it has speakers on it. Built right
That's true.
down. I mean, either way.
Might be able to do
What do you
in.
guys
Way
think?
better. I think your 5 mine's way better. Maybe I should play something while we're waiting.
Looks to be smaller.
I'll play this while we're waiting. After dark,
Yeah.
and a stalk, nightmare creatures with black hearts, ravenous teeth that glow in the dark, feasting on bums that sleep in the park. The pandas are coming to. The pandas are coming to rip your ass to shreds. Dude, get out of the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here, dude. Hey, Panda Boy. I shan't. The panda is indeed the most mysterious of all creatures. Shrouded in the enigma of his black and white coat. What kind of camouflage is this? Black and white? Hiding in an Oreo factory? Could be. That's just another chapter in the obvious saga of the panda. The pandas are coming to rip off your head. The pandas are coming on a rampage of the dead. Like the shark, the panda has millions of teeth, which it uses like a hacksaw to cut through bone, candy, and fences. The Chinese believe that if you find a discarded panda tooth, you have the power to summon Godzilla. I'm drunk on panda mystery. The pandas are coming to hide under your bed. The pandas are coming. They'll rip your ass to shreds. This has been chapter 1 in my ongoing song of the panda, which I shall cease at number 820. You will see me again, Mr. Sifl.
Get a clue.
Get a panda.
That's great.
That's exactly how I feel right now.
That's great.
Alright.
What do we want to do?
This is kind of cool, though.
Dude, I'll just keep looking and I'll do this and just sing the harmony with me.
Okay.
Look and say
That's what I call multitasking.
Well, this here's the story of Oak Shoes, Oak Shoes. Well, you know you hear him coming 'cause he's Oak Shoes, Oak Shoes. Big old fatty with a plywood hat, he's Oak Shoes, Oak Shoes. Here. If you go square dancing with Oak Shoes, you better wear some Oak Shoes too. Don't you go do-si-do, I know you'll speed subtone with your Oak Shoes, Oak Shoes.
Broken toes and bleeding with your shoes. He didn't have no money for new boots, so he carved him some oak shoes. His poor wife Betty said the heavy and the sweaty, sweet dumb diggity bag, she hates his oak shoes. Oak shoes. Oak shoes. Oak shoes. Well, I think that I love oak shoes more than the termites or the woodpeckers do. Cause he's a smiling fella and he's always gonna tell you about his oak shoes. Oak shoes. Oak shoes. Oak shoes. I think you'll find this to be the highest quality. See, it's as simple as this. Long ago, before the dawn of dawn. I know Dawn. She's nice. She's nice. She got purred. Wait, I need a little topper on my cup. That's some evil.
Sinister.
It's a sinister.
Good cop.
Can you guess? Okay, let's try it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna work. Alright. I'll have long sleeves in here too. I'm only 2 inches tall. A line of things a meal for me. And I'm only small, but I can sing a sunny song. And here is my backpack made of bark. I made it from the things I find on the forest floor. So much more for free, like sticks and leaves. I'm just a tiny guy in the world. What if I might be an elf? But I don't care. I only want to sing. Excuse me. I didn't mean to cough, but you see it's very cold sleeping in a hollowed log. I have to watch out for the bullfrogs, because I am a beetle and they snatch me in their gall and I can win. I'm so tiny in this world of darkness. I'm so tiny in this world for me. We're all gonna ride Cresvention here. Feeling pretty boss swag, dude. Oh, right. This guy's because I. No. It's not boss swag. You did that. Let's do. You did that. No, we can't do that one. Let's do that one. Yeah, let's do that one. All right.
I wonder if you I don't know.
Actually, there was already an excellent performance of this earlier.
Best.
Really? You can't beat the real thing.
That's for
This
real.
is better if I curl up. Let's just use mine. Mine doesn't do that. Piano, because I don't know what the sound is. Wait, didn't you have it written down for?
Yeah, but it's not that thing.
Why don't you just get it? Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, just use it. It's good. Try it, dude. I swear.
Get him another keyboard rack.
Hot.
God, we are working the roadies like it's hot. Chinese
Okay,
dogs.
you got power.
Get back. Check.
Check power. Check check
Check on the
two
tower.
line.
Tower to check. Check on the 82.
Well, that's what I've written down. It's not ready.
Yeah, try it.
What's up? I gotta move camera. Can you hold it?
Yeah. Did you do? Yeah, you do.
That's great.
You guys hear this guy okay?
Ouch.
Oh, you want to change it?
It's kind of like a hockey game.
How's that?
Yeah.
All right. Continue the hockey game. Welcome to hockey. Welcome to hockey 210. Oh, ready? It's the Maplethorpes against the Indians. The Botswanian Maplethorpes. Versus the Box. Versus the Rocks.
I love that team.
Just ask her, can you ask her if she can just...
It's Alice versus Mel. She's back for her revenge. Okay.
So, you got a good idea there.
Appleman for president, so let us tell you why. He's gonna change your money and make it super fly. Pennies will be orange and smell just like pumpkin pie. And the nickels will be velvet and you wear them in your eye. The dimes will have small radios that play this song inside. And quarters will be hockey pucks and worth $1.05. So vote for Appleman and Vice President Stan. The dollar will be outlawed and replaced with chunks of spam. And the fiver will have fibers of the hair of Uncle Sam. The 10 spot will have pictures of some dude in a Trans Am. And the 20 will have a picture of two dudes and two Trans Ams. He's gonna change our money and Sam drives the Appleman van. Vote for Appleman. Oh, that's him. Appleman is long to spirit. Alright, I'm really done with this thing. Let's see. No.
I don't want to curly and breath.
Alright, there's no more need for this. Okay. I promise I will.
Are you sure?
I don't know, man. It's a concert tune. You're up.
Should we try that? Oh, when I put my
Billy's
Which one up?
Alright.
On this? We only have a couple. I got a girl, and she's got a daisy, crazy hazy daisy, and she's sunny side up. Carries around a bag of groovy marbles, every color baby, cause she's sunny side up. Hey baby, her name is Delilah, and she's a lady, but if she were an egg, she's sunny side up. When she's up to bat, she hits down the middle. She rocks it good and plenty, and she's 6 feet tall. She learned to speak French and moved to Paris, Ohio. Bought an old 45s and a pair of knee highs.
got a tire swing hanging in the shower. She's a rubber dolly, and I don't sing that line. But doctors agree if she wasn't there, she'd be sunny side up. Hey, baby, her name is Delay. Her name is Lydella. She's a lady. If she were an egg, she'd be sunny side up. When she was 11, someone threw the phone at her and broke her collarbone and knocked her right on the floor. Then she was 12 and her Judy Crocco oven. She woke up some eggs and made them sunny side up. Hey, hey, baby, her name is Delilah. Her name is Delilah. She was
In the real one, you were.
Right.
Because I really forgot.
both times.
Because it was a natural instinct.
It's nature's way of showing us that he's late. Are you, going tonight? No way. Oh, you know, a couple Red Bulls, some hot tea, and you'll be ready to go to dudes. No, I'm too sick to go to dudes' house, dude. Well, that's fine. The dude's going. You know what this means? Yeah. It means some of the smoothest professional transitions into songs that have ever been done. We're done. Guess this means we won't be partying at dude's house. We were really gone, parking on his lawn. We thought his parents wouldn't be back home till dawn. I guess this means we won't be hanging at dude's house. The cops were there, we were throwing chairs. Some dudes got caught cause they fell down the stairs. I guess this means we won't be freaking at dude's house. So we had a blast, but it didn't last. At least I got the sheriff to sign my ass. I guess this means we won't be jamming at dude's house. The party got busted before his folks came back in town. I guess this means we won't be rocking at dude's house. Every time we try to have fun, the man always brings me down. Wow!
Hey, look, that's a good song.
Can you do Captain Kirksey?
I wish we could. We should have.
I know.
No.
Do you remember?
Yeah, get up here and do it. You remember it the most. Come on, you're not sick or anything either. You got all the energy to do it. I went down to the beach and saw Kiki. She was all like, "Ew," and I'm like, whatever. And then this chick comes up to me and she's all like, "Hey, aren't you that dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." So later, I'm at the pool hall and this girl comes up and she's all like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." Cause this is my United States of whatever. And this is my United States of whatever. It's 3 a.m. I'm like on the corner wearing my leather. And this dude comes up and he's like, "Hey, punk." And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." I'm throwing dice in the alley. Officer Leroy comes up and he's like, "Hey, I thought I told you." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And up comes Zaffo. I'm like, "Yo, man, what's up?" He's like, "Nothing." I'm like, "That's cool." Cause this is my United States of whatever. This is my United States of whatever.
they play whatever, like on the
It was
radio.
actually doing a European record deal that I got off of the song Whatever.
Seriously?
To release it in
Right
all
on.
of England.
Oh my
Because it was
God.
it was like in the
Seattle
charts
was-
on the BBC.
Yeah, I went home over, I guess it was break, like spring break, and I found out the song was like 3 a.m. in the morning. I didn't want to wake up my mom, so I
Yeah.
waited till the next day. And my mom says that she loves that song.
Oh, that's so cool. It's like, it was #1, like the most requested songs a few weeks ago in like 8 cities in
Yeah.
America.
Wow.
And it was,
Wow.
yeah, weird. It's good though. I got a lot of kids that I take care of around the world.
This is the virus talking. I will have you all must replicate.
What if, did we do this? Oh, that was the first one we did. It's looking like just, what about, is it really? I can't sing that high on this one. What? It's short. Oh, and there was, I can do that. Oh, then it's just, okay, should we do that one? Okay.
So,
Was that a cue?
uh-huh.
Smooth operator.
Okay.
Okay, T. And curl up position again.
At this point, I would like to, in addition to thanking everyone immensely for coming and being part of this, Glenn and Greg. Making this all happen. And Mr. and Mrs. Ollie, who are always Maddie and Mike and Roger.
Yes.
And Roger
And Sam Buki, who was here yesterday.
Yeah. James and Vicky. And Bridget and Chriswell, who are always so welcome and so appreciate that you guys come and
Yeah,
are
it's
part of
great.
this.
We wouldn't miss it.
And Bafu.
I knew you were sitting
Thank God. Thanks for coming, dude.
Thanks, dude.
No problem. Catch you later. When you're down and out, feeling strong. When fever runs like the gazelle through the shopping mall. And you're feeling 5 foot tall, but you're really 5'1". Go to sleep tonight, dream about your summer vacation. Wait for real waves, close your eyes and sleep. Don't forget to breathe. Frosted rainbows, extra large value meals. What a steal. Dream of eating cookie dough and watch out for the salmonella. You know it's the killer. Close your eyes and sleep. Don't forget to breathe. Close your eyes.
You're a messy Bessie. Oh, I brought some DVDs and stuff. Put that over there. They're in the way. Okay, wait, let me put this away. It was awesome. I came all the way across the country and I saw Liam get up and put stuff away. And then the dude just jumped up and he totally grew a tree. Like that. It was so fast.
Do you have a shark in your bag?
I have this in my bag. Which is basically a shark.
There's X of X now. I brought my puppets, but I don't have as many.
That's amazing.
Let's do
You
it.
know, Patty, oh my god, that's the actual microphone. This is dangerous. This is totally it. Look at that. It's just like the show, except for you.
They make the same noise as death did.
His body
It's
fell
the
off
same
somewhere,
thing.
but blister.
Oh my god, that's blister. You know what? I have a shed now in my backyard. My dad built a shed. So if we need to store stuff, we got
We
room
need to
to
make a
store all
museum.
this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a drive-through window on it, and we'll do the technology. You just gotta look from your car. It's really small, so you'll come all along the wall.
You have to put him in on rotators like at the
Yeah.
dry cleaners. Yeah.
Or those cases that rotate like this.
Yeah, the cakes.
And then the other one
With the
comes
watches.
up over.
And the spoons.
And they're chickens.
Oh yeah,
Oh. This is a little thing that my underwear came in. I better put them on the uncuffed arm.
Right
Alright, dude. Wait, okay. Wait, okay.
This is Precious Roy! And I, no flash photography!
He's like that in the corner of the... Hey, last night not a girl's in boy. And yes, it's just Scotch tape holding his glasses on. I never got any better. It worked. It's still on there today. Who is new? Who wasn't here last time? I know you were here last time. I know you were here last time. You weren't here last time? You were here? Wait, how many?
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask who everyone was last night, but I wanted to wait.
Who? Okay. What's your name?
My name is Julie, but I was Jules on my list.
Oh, okay. Where did you come from?
Minnesota. Land of 10 million billion mosquitoes.
We don't have mosquitoes here.
Yeah, that's why I like it. I don't think I'm going back.
Jesus,
They just don't know what they're capable of.
Yeah. This was Uncle Bilbo, but you know what? We took his hat off. And did we use his hat for pudding tang? Did we?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Either that or
we
for
used-
Slash, but I can't find Slash's hat, so I think Slash's
It was
hat
the same
got
one.
used as
Actually,
Delixir
his
Sorbania, but I don't
his
know what
hat
he is.
and Slash's hat. What people didn't know is that had a rabbit in it. Remember that?
Oh, with that hat. Oh, the big.
Where did that? The
I don't
top
know where
hat that we
come
used
from.
for all top hats had a rabbit in it, and it was a finger puppet toy. And you had this toy hand, and you go, look. Woo! And there was a rabbit puppet on your finger. Yeah, somebody gave it to me. No, I thought somebody gave it to me.
I remember that hat. Is rabbit still in there?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, here comes
Sorry, Olly,
trouble.
Moon doesn't have enough kids.
We had the actual smoker here last night.
Rock death!
He actually still has his hat in here from season 3.
Electric bad goat.
Yeah,
Shocktilla, the electrified goat bat. Scaring him away. And then I was at home in Nashville, and Matt was in LA, and we were finishing it up season 3, and Matt called me, he's like, dude, he was about to do the voice of Shocktilla, so that's Matt going,
yeah.
it's my voice
then-
backwards.
And
And
then
then my roommate actually says the last, Brian Arbuckle, who actually helped us do the Tony Hawk sketch. He engineered it. But he actually has the last words in Sifl and Olly ever, which is, be kind. Be kind, plant a tree. That's the overall message
These are
of the
Ollie's
show was.
Canadian Dracula.
Yeah.
And this is the tube that either Roger or Dave Sambuki would. Did you ever do the smoke tube, or did?
I did smoke a few times.
And this would go up through my arm, actually in my skin. And I have such bad scarring that I got the tattoo to cover it up because I'm embarrassed. No, and somebody would sit and smoke a cigarette and blow it through, and then there's just a hole in his mouth, and it would come out the hole.
Or it'd also come out of his head and his,
Well, it would come out of his
his
face.
neck.
Like, what's he smoking? That crap's coming out of his skin.
Does he smell?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
actually reeks. Sifl and Olly were dirty socks from my drawer. And it was like 4 in the morning, and I borrowed someone's video camera, and I literally took 2 socks. And the funniest thing in the world is that I have the other 2 socks, and you just think, you came so close to being there, baby. You could have been a star. Like Pete Best. Yeah. Well, this is Genghis Khan, who was it was a repeat character from the first ones that we did for Europe. He was in so many of them, but he didn't. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. He was too abstract. He was too. He didn't have jokes. It was just because the whole skit was based on Olly and Genghis Khan not understanding or speaking the same language, and so the whole joke is like these big long pauses of like silence of them like waiting and trying to. It was like all about bad communication, which isn't good on television, really.
It doesn't really move the plot.
Yeah.
Dribbles?
Crystals? Yeah.
Crystal. Exactly.
Flavor crystals?
We play with dribbles after the show.
Not that. I'm talking about flavor crystals.
Yeah. Alright. This is actually minus his helmet. Oh my gosh,
Get out there.
I made that helmet in England. This is John.
Go Patty. Go Patty.
Oh, this guy kills me. You know, the whole Champs 1 thing started because...
It's sitting right there.
Brian had a keyboard that had, oh, this thing, I was so proud of this. I made this out of a computer speaker.
What's the top?
It was from a gumball machine that gave these really big plastic balls, and I used one of them and stuck it on there. And this all started because Brian Harden had a keyboard that had amp simulators in it, and we plugged microphones and we were talking to it, and Matt just started
Turning it on and off.
Hello?
Because it makes noise, you can turn it on and go. So
And,
instantly we
everything-
started doing this Champs 1.
And then we just started doing the moon. And actually the first one that aired on TV was the actual moment of Matt first turning on the mic and trying it. It was like the very first seconds that it happened. That's what we used before developing it into something funny. But it was really with the whole...
This is the Champs. These are the Champs 1s.
and the... Yeah, it was... Yeah.
This is the
This
Champs.
is
This
Champs.
is Champs. These are the
Champs.
Champs 1.
But, and then they were
I think
from
that's the
OU. They were from OU, and they won the Trip to the Moon contest. And
then I'd get all these emails from dudes at OU.
Dude, we're at OU right now. It's totally outside. It's where we are.
This guy's head is all broken up and crushed, but this is actually the calls from the public. And then he was the very first caller ever on any of the calls, which is on the DVD. It's the, I forget what it's called. He was like, sponge cake is good. Like,
I wonder.
yeah, I wonder what foods
for
banquets
you might request.
That's exactly right. And this is the guy. He had a plastic cup in. I just put a cup on my hand and then put the sock over the cup, so his head was really ugly. This is a little sun hat that no one ever wore. This is the weirdest, most hard puppet in the world to do.
Because he's so tall?
I'm really annoying. You can
Because he's so smart. Because there's no like puppet thing to it. Like I had to. Actually, Chester's shirt. I'd wear Chester's shirt, but then I'd wrap it around my wrist. He had a lump in his throat that was Chester's shirt, and then I got to go like this, and then stuff the sock in there, and then I hold this up under there, and he talks like that. He's the smartest creature in the world. He's absolutely the smartest.
Second service.
Oh yeah, wait, do it again. We actually pitched Matt's voice down, but
It was actually the second service.
he always knows. Some of the funniest things I think we ever did were the ones in Europe with Grout, because in Europe they would let us do the weirdest stuff. And we had to have, like beats and through lines and humor.
Not
in America.
in that order.
In America, but he was in a lot of the ones we did for MTV Europe, because there were like 90 MTV Europe shorts that were aired, and actually we're on in Sifl and Olly's on in Australia right now. So I'm getting all these emails like, "Hey mate, I think your top lassie bigger dog a ding dangy." You're cracking me up, you with your dingy dongies. It's so fun. It's true, and then it's like, the email's always from Australia, and they always like, "Good day." G, comma, D-A. Why? Yeah. That's what he got.
This is awesome.
I think chops, you're cracking good. Stitches in me. Willoughbys. This is Buddha.
Buddha with a yellow grass.
Or Chester. Patty and I would have, you and I would get so like psychological with the puppets of like, they're really people. Remember that? Like sometimes we put them on and then you and I'd be like, she's sleeping.
I was telling you about how whenever you'd have Ollie Moondust on, who I have the biggest crush on, and you'd be talking to somebody and his head would turn a little bit, and I'd say, "Just looking up at you."
You're like, "Oh my God, what did they do?"
Yeah, it was weird.
Maybe I'll write him a note and leave it in his locker. I did this in England, and it still says that I paid £5.99 on the back of Chester's collarbone.
Good investment.
Yeah. Not bad. Let's see if we can get this. It takes a long time to put Chester on. Get it right. You gotta finagle his face into shape. That's why he looks different in some of them.
Yeah,
Some of them he's a huge chin, and sometimes he's like...
We would pitch Matt's
voices
up,
pitched
so.
up a half step, which made singing really difficult. Because if you try to sing a song and your voice is pitched up, you need to,
You have to sing like
a whole
half
note
step
flat.
across the board, and it's really hard to do.
But he wasn't a very good singer anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It was like hip hop.
Met this shiny girl. Brash. I don't know that.
And he always has that. He's like the wiggle net. And then it'll always just like flop on the floor for no reason.
Hey, everybody.
What is eyelashes?
You know what? When I made the first, this was going to be Olly.
Really?
And when I made them in England, I made Chester and Sifl and Olly at the same time. And I didn't have anything to make puppets out of, obviously. And so all I had was a sunflower. And so I cut the green leaves off the bottom of the sunflower, and I sewed those on Sifl's head. And then I cut the petals, there were these fake petals, and I poked these eyes through and the dog nose, and those are his eyelashes. And then from trimming these off, the 3 little pieces that fell became Olly's hair. And then I realized, and then I wanted, and also, Sifl was going to be a box, a cardboard box. Just like a solid block with like 2 eyes and just, just like really mellow and just sit there and just like look ahead and like barely move. And then, but then I realized, no, I want them to seem like they're friends and like they're the same thing. And so I made Olly be the other sock. And one of the first ones was Chester, and it was because we made a tape for my sister for her birthday. And the Sunny Side Up tape we made for her birthday, and we did that. That was a skit that we did when we were recording that. It was a tour of a cave.
Yeah.
Chester
was one of the people on the tour, and Liam was the tour guide.
I was the tour guide, and then I went and I did the whole tour, and I recorded myself. And I said, okay, and do anybody have any questions? Yes, you in the back. You have a question? And then I'd leave it, pause, and I'd go, well, actually, it's shaped like the medallion of Zeus, which is and I would just make up some answer. And then Matt would go, and he would sit down and listen to it, and then he'd ask the question. He'd be the guy in the crowd, and we'd do it backwards. And he was like, and I was like, yes, what's your name? And he's like, Chester. and he did and he was basically, that was Chester. And
he was a little more,
he was way more mellow.
a smart ass too.
Yeah. So he was like, can you like arts down here? That came from that one. And then my friend, look, he still has the eye patch.
Yeah.
My friend got a ring and gave me the ring box. I said, hey, look. And she pulled out the foam that the ring slides down into. And she goes, that looks like a mouth. You want it? I'm like, okay. And then I put eyes on them, and I was like, these guys are the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And instantly, Matt came to England, and we did more audio for the European episodes. And instantly,
and he showed them to me, and I was dying inside because I knew I was not going to say any words, and I was just going to wait for him to say what he was going to say. He's like, my name's Vito, and I'm like, goo goo goo.
It was like the excitement.
It was like my joke against him. So I was like, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, it was just like, and then we hit stop and we fell. And I was like, that's all you can say, dude. And so it was g-g-g-g or g-g. But the whole those are really fun to write, because then you'd have to imagine super hard to puppet. We'd have the most elaborate thing just to do that. We'd have a photo enlarger with the camera straight down, and then a piece of black felt over a picture frame with holes, 3 holes cut for just these fingers, and then I'd have to hold them against black
We shut them upside down.
and do it, and then flip the picture upside down, and then when we do it, we flip it upside down and that way, and then it was like, and then make it black and white and gray. That was a hard puppet to puppet. Come on. I made a sandwich. These two socks that I wore for a couple months, I guess, are the reason we're all here. He's got to wear some clothes, man.
That's all his costume. Here you go.
He's cool.
He's got an ugly lamb.
Oh, that's a good one, though. Oh, that's cool.
He's kicking an old school. It's like one in DMC.
Sifl and Olly, and they're really small. Everybody always just like, yeah, they're tiny. And the reason is because when we film it, the camera lens was sitting on my shoulder. And the camera lens would be here, and then Patty and Mike built this cool roll cage for me to be in that had these metal bars all around it and going up and over, and the lights would be connected to the top, and I'd be in the cage, and then they could attach the backdrops behind me, and they could attach, and then the blue screen, then lights, and then the blue screen on the wall, and then the mic would be here, with the mic stand here, and then the camera was over my shoulder, and wait, the mic would be here turning this way, like this, and then the camera's here, and I'd do it like this, and then we have the monitor over there, so that I could see them, and we had speakers, and we had Matt's voice in the left speaker and my voice in the right speaker, so that it felt like my right hand was my right ear, and my left hand was left ear, and then that's how we did it. That's how I got carpal tunnel. And these two socks did all the shows. Did them all.
They're the men.
Isn't it so weird? It really was weird with the Sifl clone. I was like, it was like exactly the same. And you're just like, it's not him. And then you see this one, you're like, that's him. Like you can recognize him in like a stand-up of socks. Or a lineup. And it's just because I did such a bad job sewing him. But it's all it's sewn on either side around my thumb. And it's sewn down straight through between my fingers and up through the roof of his mouth. And Olly's sewn up through the roof of his mouth around my middle finger. And he's got more of a point, too, to his mouth. And Olly's light, and he's dark. And he's got blonde hair. He got green hair. Him yellow eyes. Him orange. I don't know what with the. You know what? Everybody always was like, what color is Sifl? And what are you made out of? No one ever mentioned the fact that Olly has a dog nose. I just realized that now. Like, he has a dog's nose.
It's usually crooked too. Like
Yeah. And Chester has a dog's nose. But that's suiting for him because he's kind of like a puppy.
Yeah. Ollie's like a puppy.
He's like a
Ollie's
psycho
like
puppy.
a puppy.
Yeah. He's like a psycho. Yeah. That whole season 3. I'm so used to doing this. This whole season 3 was going to be such a huge, epic tale. Like, we had to cut it down but the whole thing was so, we were going to do like this huge storyline and do so many of like little inside jokes through the whole thing. It was going to be incredible, and there was Olly gets put in an insane asylum, and it's part of Precious Roy. Sifl's doing the Precious Roy's by himself, but Olly can always sense, like, inside when Precious Roy is going on. So you cut to him, like, wow, Precious Roy's going on, and he's just trying to sell stuff to his nurse, you know, and he's in a straitjacket, and he's like, you know, oh, what? I'm in this straitjacket. And she's just like, it's a Precious Roy. Oh, then I'm sure it's the finest quality. And she's like, yeah, you're wearing 2 of them. Oh, good. And then one of the Precious Roy products was Danger Kite. And it was this kite that did everything. And you had a claw that you could pull this thing and it would drop things. And it could cast huge shadows over your town of the middle finger. and then what did it do? Like, you could swoop down and take off bikinis. And do like all this awesome stuff. And Chester wanted one so bad. Chester wants one, and then he finally gets one. There's another episode where he gets thrown in jail. And then Chester's in jail, and Olly's they're in Sifl's by himself. And then Olly tunnels. He asks for a poster, and then he tunnels all the way out, and he tunnels into Chester's cell. So he tunnels his way into jail. Chester goes through the tunnel, ends up in the insane asylum, and then Olly's in jail, and Sifl comes down to get Chester out, but Olly's there, and then Sifl operates on Olly's brain. And there was a whole operation thing where like they showed x-rays of Olly, and it was like they x-rayed his head, and it's just like this empty cavity in his x-rays, and just a scorpion. All of in his head was just like the shape of a scorpion. And then Sifl leaves a sponge in Olly, and he's always thirsty. So like every scene is gonna end with "I'm thirsty," and then you know it's because he's got a sponge in his brain. But yeah, it's so funny. They're good-looking socks. I think I have to, because I feel like I'm Olly, I still like Sifl better, like as a sock. I think he's so much cooler looking, and he's so suited, he's so cool looking.
So they saw Cutie Kitty today, and they saw the resemblance.
Yeah.
Cutie Kitty and Sifl.
The eyes were the same.
Yeah. Yeah, Cutie Kitties. The cutest kitty.
Sifl's a eggplant shark snake.
He's a vanilla...
Lemon meringue pup cake.
Lemon meringue pup cake, that's right.
You said Chester was a Chester.
Yeah. I don't know what Chester
No
is.
one knows what Chester is.
He's a cross between a friend and a pet. And everybody, I think girls like him because they want to take care of him. Because they know they're smarter than him. But they also don't know how much trouble he is. You just destroy your house. You would never know.
He's got a rebel streak in him.
Yeah.
Just that it is stupidity.
But it's a naive rebel.
A rebel that doesn't understand the meaning of cause.
Rebel who believes in Santa
Alright, questions?
Good sandwich.
I
I felt better. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy and scared. But I'm mucus filled. Like a frightening little donut.
We haven't introduced you to Asia yet. She's also.
Hello, I spoke to her on the phone.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
From my death crib.
Yeah, who was not here last year? Chris was not here. It was Gina's brother who tried to get here last year. Tried to smuggle you out here, but it didn't work.
And who sold his guitar just like his sister did last year.
and cut his hair off.
I had enough money to pay for these two.
I know.
Or else I would have been
So chivalrous.
Give a hand to Chris, maybe, for his...
later. You need to tell that because it's absolutely.
She sold her guitar to come to Cresvention last year, and then Cole found out, and he got her a guitar since she had to. Since she had to sell her guitar, he got
Yes.
her a guitar.
They didn't know each other before.
No, they never knew each other.
Yeah, we started talking after last year's convention. I got
So awesome. Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is from Courtney. She's better known as a CD Street chick. And this is a birthday present.
No touchy. Give to Allison first.
And now to you.
I'm supposed to open this.
And it was supposed to be a birthday present last year, but it's almost your birthday again, so consider it an early birthday.
Yeah. We better be two in here.
Tell them.
What is this? I can't see anything with this. What?
That's a CD.
Great.
It's a new technology.
Holy poop on a stick.
This way.
It's frosted. Wow.
Oh my God.
That's a jaw dropper, huh?
That's amazing.
Wow. Realistic.
I know. It looks so good. That's great.
Happy birthday.
That is amazing.
Look like those. Remember Sifl and Olly?
It looks exactly like Sifl. That's what it reminded me of. You remember that show? Awesome.
My favorite.
That is so rad.
Who else is here for the first time?
Rachel over here.
Just,
This is Rachel's Rachel's
right,
first
this is
time.
Rachel's first time.
I don't just exist on the internet.
Rachel did a lot of work too.
Oh yeah, Rachel attended not only to the CD Street stuff here, but the table when people first came in, just done a lot of work. So.
Well, it takes money to play with the best of them. I really can.
And
Patrick.
you guys
Patrick and Helen.
Patrick and Helen.
Yeah. Yay.
How's it going?
Great, yeah.
That's a rare photo.
Rare photo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was taken by our cameraman in season 1. Who is now directs Andy Diction.
Really?
The other team. Which table? Was it already marked? Awesome.
Where did you come from?
We're from the Detroit area.
Right on. Just like Jack White.
Yep.
The White Stripes.
Yay.
How did you get here?
We flew. Been here for about a week.